Hey Gemini, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I'm coming on today to do your reading for September 2019. Please take whatever resonates and whatever doesn't resonate, just let it go. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if the reading does resonate with you, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section so that I can see it. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so before I start the reading, as I was kind of clearing the energy for Gemini, I did notice just like an array of thoughts like coming in. So I got this sense of Geminis are kind of being distracted by many thoughts that are coming into their head, like repetitive thoughts, or I don't know, like there's some kind of an issue with like many thoughts coming in, which is pretty common for Geminis in general. But I feel like in the month of September, or even now, it's causing like frustration. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started and see what other messages we can get for Geminis for September 2019. Okay, what are the most important messages that Geminis are going to need to know for the month of September? Messages for the sign of Gemini. Okay, the first card we have is the Ace of Air. Second card is the Eight of Water. And the third card is Wisdom. And then underneath the deck we have the Essential, the Scribe, Choice, Emotion, and Intellect, and Perception. And there's those distractions that I was talking about. Okay. Okay, Gemini, so definitely for the month of September, I see that communication is very important. You are an air sign, so this is definitely like your element, a place where you should feel comfortable. But I'm hearing like communication is key. So I feel like that's going to be very significant in September. I feel like the full moon in September is also going to be a significant time for you. And I feel like for some of you, like you've really been going through like some kind of like an awakening type of an experience. You may be like realizing, or just recently realized, that you have like healing abilities that are like focused in your hands, like you're able to heal with your hands. Yeah, and there's something with these dolphins here too, but I can't really, I'm sure it'll come to me. But yeah, there's definitely like some like spiritual growth here in some way. This could be you needing to communicate to someone or to people in general about like what it is that you're experiencing. Or like you're kind of needing to communicate, I don't know, like like help other people in some way too here, but feeling comfortable communicating about it. Like I feel like communication has been held back, especially if you're kind of like, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Especially if you feel like you're going to be judged for like kind of like what you've been discovering about yourself, kind of like how you are starting to see things or experience things. It's almost like you've been kind of keeping it to yourself in a way, because like you've been afraid that that people are going to judge you. But I'm almost getting like it's time for you to take that knowledge and what you have realized about yourself and share that with others. Shine that light for other people. Okay, so down here I feel like, again, you're holding a wealth of information. And this also could be, okay, I'm getting two messages here. So this is kind of part of your divine like life mission, or your divine life path, to be a giver of the information that you hold within yourself, to help others, and to also use your healing abilities to help others. And then for other people, I'm feeling like you are definitely feeling trapped and controlled by your own thoughts. And some of those thoughts could have to do with what other people are going to think about you. If you know, like I even hear like some people are thinking like, am I crazy? Like, am I just like going nuts? Or like, you know, is this really like something that I'm experiencing? Like there's just like a lot of like conflicting thoughts going on. And if this is something that you're experiencing, and it seems like a little something that you would normally think is like crazy, you're not crazy. There's so many people that are going through this right now. You know, maybe even try to like reach out to like somebody in the community that can maybe like just give you some kind of reassurance that like you're not really alone within this. Okay, so here we have choice. So I do feel like, you know, there is a choice that needs to be made. The choice that needs to be made is that you need to communicate. I feel like you're not communicating. And kind of like going in a different direction than what you have been doing up until this point. Like you're having to make a choice to really kind of change your life up here and head into a different direction. For many of you, based off of this kind of like ascension process that you're going through. And then, yeah, I feel like because of all these like thoughts going on within your head, the frustration and the confusion, it's creating kind of like a domino effect. So your emotional self and your mental self is like conflicted and not in balance. And you're kind of like having to figure out how to get this in line with yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's because your perception is changing, or it needs to change because you're like experiencing, you're going through like some experiences here. I feel like the universe is like trying to like show you something, but like you're really like stuck on a belief system, and that's really blocking you and causing a lot of like internal conflict, which is then kind of pouring out into your everyday life. So there's definitely needs to be like a change in perception here. Okay, so let me see what other messages we can get for Geminis for September 2017. What else do Geminis need to know about the messages that have just been given? There's your card, the Lovers, Gemini. So stand in your truth. You know, don't doubt yourself. You know, start communicating about what it is that you're experiencing and what you're feeling. It's all a process. It all kind of like needs to be worked through regardless. Okay, what do Geminis need to know about this Ace of Air? Okay, yeah. So the Seven of Cups, yeah, like there's like this confusion, illusions, not knowing what to say, just a lot of like confusion, and that's kind of like what's blocking the necessary communication here, for sure. Okay, what do Geminis need to know about the Eight of Water? I feel like for some of you guys, this could have came about like through some kind of like a romantic relationship. It's kind of like sparked this awakening. Okay, so this Eight of Water, we have the Five of Pentacles. So two different messages. I feel like, you know, when you're kind of afraid to come out about your truth because you feel like people are going to leave you out in the cold. And also I think that, you know, once you start moving forward onto this like new path, that you're gonna kind of have to leave some other things or some other people that are in your life currently out in the cold. You're going to have to kind of like leave it behind because it's not going to work out the same when you start to like go in this new direction. So yeah, there's definitely some conflict about that. Okay, what is this Wisdom card about for Geminis? Okay. Page of Wands. Yeah. See, both of the lady or man or whatever on this card is facing, they're both facing in the same direction. Like they're both facing towards the future, you know, to a new like destination, basically. It's not, you're not staying in the same spot. Like, see, this one is facing forward, this one's facing forward. These two are moving, like, you know, to the new location or like to a future destination. So there is going to be some movement forward here. I think you are going to have to like reveal some stuff to people within your life through communication. It may even be like a child that's involved. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I feel like you are moving in this direction. You're just kind of conflicted about how to do it and about like what other people are thinking about it. I think that you just have a lot of thoughts. Like you're like not sure. But I do feel like ultimately by the end of September, you are going to be kind of revealing some things and communicating and moving forward into this new direction. Okay, what is the Essential and the Scribe about for Gemini? Okay, the Devil. So definitely feeling a sense of control due to overwhelming information and overwhelming thoughts. Yeah, it's creating a lot of toxicity within your life because it's just the uneasiness that you're feeling within yourself is pouring out into your reality. And you may even be trying to like self-medicate in a way, through doing things that are not healthy or good for you, things that are toxic. Like you could be like taking some kind of a substance to kind of like help you not be so conflicted. You could be engaging in like sexual addictions, just anything that's kind of addictive and toxic. Like you could be really trying to use that to avoid facing what it is that you need to do or what it is that's going on. And also to kind of stop all of the continuous information and thoughts that are coming to you. I also feel like for some of you, you're almost getting like psychic downloads or like information, like you're realizing this and seeing this, but you're avoiding it. You're trying so hard not to pay attention to it, and you're using like things that are toxic within your life to actively avoid that, to distract you. Okay, what is this choice card? Okay, so I feel like the choice here that you're having to make is to lay something to rest. Something that you've really been avoiding. I think you know it's not working out. I think you know whatever it is, like you don't see it in your future, but you just have really been like procrastinating and not taking action on this. And I think that it's now time that you have to like make this choice to finally lay something to rest. Can I have another card on this choice for Gemini? Okay, so lay something to rest, and this could be somebody from your past that you kind of need to go back to and, you know, clear the air or lay something to rest so that you can move forward. Yeah, definitely. And it could have been some kind of a relationship that you've had with another person. Okay, what is this emotion, intellect, and perception about for Gemini? Okay, so the Magician, yeah, this is like you are the creator of your reality. So whatever your perception is what you're going to experience. Whatever you are creating with your thoughts and emotions is going to manifest that experience into your life. So, you know, there's like some things that need to change here, and a lot of it has to do with your perception. And you know, I almost feel like there's like this duality here with this choice. This is this battling in the mind. Should I make fast movement and go towards something, or should I lay and do nothing? I think any movement would probably be good. But yeah, I think more than anything, it's you needing to change the way that you're looking at something or perceiving something. Okay, let me see. Let's get a future energy, like for after some of this stuff has kind of been worked through. What's going on with this choice thing? Like, what is the future energy of this? Okay. So yeah, like finally releasing yourself from mental entrapment. Whatever this choice is, it's going to clear up this mental prison that you're in. These thoughts that are so controlling. And then here's your card, King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like finally like accepting the information that's coming to you, like for many, like the spiritual information or like universal information, kind of accepting that information finally, and taking the sword of truth and really kind of using that to communicate and stand in your power, I feel like. And that's, you're that's what's happening after you release yourself from this mental prison. So I mean, that's like what's coming up for you here, after this energy is kind of worked through, after you make this choice and start to move forward, change your perception. Okay. So what other messages do we have for Gemini? What other messages do Geminis need to know for September? Okay, Knight of Gabriel. Time to take action. Great passion for a cause. Instinctively knowing what to do. Yeah, it's definitely time to take action. And I think you do already know what to do, but you're just really kind of procrastinating on it because you keep going over these same thoughts within your mind, and that's keeping you stuck in the same spot. And so it's like, try to turn the mind off and really look within your heart and your soul, and you will instinctively know what to do. I think you already know this, but you get too caught up in your mind. Okay, and then we have do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Yeah, so I feel like this is kind of like, try to figure out like where your passion is. And like, what is it that you love to do? What is it that you enjoy? What do you want to spend the rest of your life doing? And kind of put your energy there. And I think that this is going to help you. And I feel like you do have some people around you that that can help support and assist and guide you. But I also feel like there's some people that not so much, that you kind of need to walk away from. Wow, okay, here we have the Empress. So this is either you becoming the Empress within yourself, or in some way like moving towards an Empress. And then solutions here. So success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. And I do feel like there is definitely like some forgiving and healing that's going to be taking place here within yourself, I feel like, because I think that that's kind of something you need to do in order to really clear your mind to make like a decision that you feel comfortable with. Okay, what other messages do Geminis need to know for September? Support. Exactly what I was just saying. You do have support. Support is available to you. If you feel like nobody's going to understand what you're going through, or like if you're feeling crazy, or like reach out to somebody, like there definitely is other people that are going through this. I mean, and most of the time, once you kind of surrender to it, they just kind of show up. Like you don't even have to really go out and search for them. They just kind of pop up, and it's up to you to just kind of like, take that action forward, to introduce yourself, to get to know that person. Okay, so then we have Sanctuary, take time out from the world, spend more time alone. Definitely, I feel like meditating would be really helpful to you, because it will help to like settle the mind, and it will bring you more clarity. So I think, removing yourself from, a lot of situations that just cause you to have more thoughts, and kind of like spending some time alone, trying to get rid of those thoughts. trying to kind of like find some answers through doing inner healing in meditation. Okay, so Gemini, I hope that these messages helped you, and I will see you soon. Take care.